Okay, my friends, this is finally we're moving from Dubai to Turkey. Yes, so this blog is gonna help you out how to navigate from Dubai to Turkey. Why I did this connection? We were looking for any other country that is around the area in less than 5 hours traveling, and it's cheap. Yes, we found it for a $200 trip. It was cheap, definitely. For 5 hours of flight, $200 for us, from people from coming from the US, that's cheap. And yes, we decided to do it. So yes, our experience. This footage that I'm bringing to you, this vlog that I'm bringing to you, is for 3 days that we're staying in Istanbul. So we're moving from Dubai to Istanbul. We're gonna use Sharjah or Sharjah airport as the connection, because the Dubai International, it doesn't provide affordable flights. So we use the Sharjah airport to fly from Dubai to Istanbul. Number one tip, it would be, please check in your luggages and on the window, which is 24 hours before the trip. This window, if it's closed, you were not allowed to be any checking, and then you have to pay extra fees for that. So please be aware on that. Tip number 2, when you arrive in Istanbul, which is a beautiful airport, is try to see if it's possible for you to wait to buy the SIM card in the city, not in the airport. Because I paid like $60 for their SIM card, and I found out later that on the city you could buy the SIM card for $20 only. So that's my second tip. Oh, third tip, if you're arriving on the airport kind of late, you will not find many options to eat that. Something that, well, I mean, I would say junk food is always available, but not like real good. Now, my another recommendation, when we arrive in Istanbul, as first time ever in Istanbul, we would recommend to stay in the touristic area that we call Sultanahmet. I hope I say it correctly. This location has all that you need to see for a touristic site or point of view. All the mosques are there, like between 5 to 10 minutes walk. You have metro for connections, about 5 minutes of walking. You got boat, the ferry is really close by, and you actually could do everything just walking. You don't need to rent a car or anything, or Uber or anything like that. So this is the best place to go. The hotel that we booked, perfect location, cheap, because it was only $40. It includes breakfast. Most of the hotels in Istanbul include breakfast, so it's really a plus. Beautiful. You could see on the footage how nice is the hotel. The location, like I said, is super good. Now, what we did is, of course, the 3 days of Spain in Istanbul, it was a lot of walking, get to know the tourist sites, a lot of food, have fun, pretty much. That's what we did. Now, one of my favorite husband's tour was the museum, the Naval Museum, for the boats and how they used to be militaries, and for the boats, just for the water. You could see their naval experience and museum that's in Mesquitas, and it's very nice for people who like that. Go ahead, take a look. Now, my best recommendation for food, street food, not regular food, street food, it would be los mejillones or las almas. Todavía no sé si son mejillones o almejas with the mussels. They're so cheap. You could buy a bag for £1 for $2. What they have inside, I don't know how they did it, but it's like rice and wine inside. You squeeze lemon on the top. It's so good. We keep eating those things with non-stop every day. Excellent, excellent. This type of food is so old in Turkey that we're talking about like since the Ottoman Empire. They've been eating this type of mussel preparation. So and then we go on around and walk, see all the beautiful. All the sweets, yes, because Turkey, you could have a heart attack with so many sweets. Those are the most iconic food that you can find there everywhere. You get a coffee and they get desserts. Let me tell you, this is something that you could do all day in the spring. We took the Bosphorus tour, which is what it means is it's a ferry that it could take you up to 8 districts inside Istanbul. So you could just take the ferry, go to the next stop, and then go down and visit the location, then go to the third one, and go like this. You could spend 2 days. I did it in 1 day because I was crazy. I don't know why, but you could actually break it down 2 or 3 days. You could do the Bosphorus tour, and it's not that expensive. One thing that you have is when you go into Istanbul, you could have one prepaid card. You could upload it anytime. This would allow you to use the metro and the ferry. Very convenient. You could go anywhere like that. Also, be aware of the ferry has a time when they don't run, which is at night, and also the metro depends on the location. You have to watch out when is the last time that they're running, just in case. Otherwise, you have to get a cab. And then you have to be ready to negotiate because cabs could be really expensive if they see that you are a tourist. They want to give you a price, and then you have to start negotiating with them. Okay. Now we move into the Galata Tower. Galata Tower is most unique location to see the sunset. You could buy the tickets online. I would strongly suggest that because otherwise you have to make 2 lines, one to buy the ticket and another one to do the entrance. And there's a lot of tourist people. Many. There is non-stop. Istanbul is one of the locations that you see. It's like, I think like Italy. So many tourists everywhere. They look like ants everywhere. So yes, please check it out. That we did, we arrived in Galata, or in the area where Galata, through the Bosphorus, and you have to keep walking through a hill. It was so exhausting to get there. I couldn't even, breathe because it's a location that you could go through like I was in the tour. I just followed in the tour guide. It was really nice because it was completely the opposite of what tower is. It looks like European location. Then in order to get there, you have to get the other location through a street art, graffiti area, a smelly area, and then you get to the Galata Tower. But bueno, it's an experience. So let's put it this way. Las cosas, it's a good contrast. And definitely the best location to take wonderful pictures. You see that? It's lovely. It's a lovely location to see the sunset, to see the whole Istanbul area, how it looks. And that's the best, se puede decir. Yeah, it's the best spot. I did some different researches, and I think that was the best spot for the sunset. So my friends, besides all this information, I want to tell you that now our next move is from Istanbul to Cappadocia. It's our next vlog. I wish that you have a good information here. Thank you so much for subscribing my channel. Thank you for recommending me to your family or friends. I see you soon. Nos vemos en el próximo vlog que viene Cappadocia. Ok, besitos. Los quiero mucho. Gracias.